Hey guys, welcome back for another video. I can't be the only one who thinks like this, and I decided to record this not in hopes of finding any answers, because I don't know if we really have the answers to this, but maybe, to find some comfort. Hopefully I'm not alone in this. I get these feelings regularly. It's a consistent thing for me, especially at night when things are starting to slow down and get very quiet. But it also happens a lot at the end of every year and also around my birthday, which I just turned 35. I took a week off from work, which I talk about in this video. So the feelings are strong right now. I talk in that video about how I took a week off from work for the first time in a long time, and it really got me thinking. I find myself completely consumed with questions like, why are we here? Why am I here? What is the point of all of this? And this really isn't coming from a place of depression or hopelessness. It's more confusion and curiosity, and sometimes lost. I feel lost. Otto, my husband, he and I were talking recently about how as you go through life, you have what he referred to as inflection points. And these are points in your life where if you were to look back on them now, you would say, oh my God, I was a completely different person back then. For example, when I moved to Vegas, shortly after moving here, I started working as a performer on the Strip. I was in theater. I was rolling with a very different crowd of people, a very toxic crowd. I was staying out very late. I was drinking a lot. I wasn't sleeping much. I just wasn't taking very good care of myself. I had a ton of fun, but it was a totally different chapter. Then I transitioned into a 9-to-5 job. That was a different Megan, a different time in my life. So if you were to look back, you could probably identify a number of these inflection points that you've experienced yourself. I can say with certainty that my life has only gotten better. But even considering that, even though I'm mostly happy, healthy, I have a rock solid marriage, we're so stable, beautiful home, beautiful dogs, I'm more financially secure than I've ever been, I still struggle with what's it all for? Oh, that sounds so awful. I get lost in the impossibly massive size of the universe and the fact that humans are pretty much parasites on this planet. We are living off of it and feeding on it. I've told Otto before that I feel like humans are just this miraculous accident. The fact that we evolved from bacteria, which is one of the theories for how life started, into the intelligent, sentient creatures that we are today. Yes, everything had to work out perfectly and align perfectly for us to end up here. It's miraculous, but it was an accident. We somehow, against all odds, have survived and persisted and evolved into what we are today. And out there, in other galaxies, on other planets, rotating around infinite stars in the sky, there are planets that are home to other intelligent beings that may look something like us or may look completely different. But to think that we are the only intelligent beings anywhere is very, naive and egotistical. But I'll save the alien talk for another video. We're a speck. We're smaller than a speck. What's smaller than a speck? I don't even know. When I start getting lost in these thoughts, it's simultaneously liberating and terrifying. It's liberating for me because it really puts everything into perspective. The people we get angry at, the stuff we get upset over, is it really worth our energy in the grand scheme of things? Probably not. But at the same time, that's a terrifying thought because everything we're doing and feeling isn't really worth it, or it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. I hope I'm not being a total buzzkill with this video. That's not my intention. Again, I'm just having a conversation with you about this, hoping somebody can relate. So what's the point of this life? Why are we here? If nothing is really as important as we ever think it is, maybe the point is simply to live, to be happy, to be grateful, to be love, and to love others, to spread love. That's not a bad thing. Love, peace, happiness, gratitude, those are all great things, but it still makes me look at everything I've worked so hard for and everything I've set out to accomplish. And I look at all these things and I ask, what's the point? I was hell-bent on building a 6-figure business, and I did. And it was nice. Money is nice. This year, my business will probably not do 6 figures because of the economy and layoffs and budget cuts and AI, combined with this existential crisis I'm experiencing. I've backed off. My business is still there. I still love writing. It's my greatest joy, but I stopped caring about making 6 figures. I understand that I'm privileged to be able to say that, just so we're clear. But my point is that I realized I don't need to make 6 figures to live an amazing, comfortable, secure life. For as long as I can remember, I have felt like I was fat and needed to lose weight and be thinner. This is not a vanity thing. I have problems with food. I talk about it a little bit in this video. These are very deeply rooted issues that I have. I start to question that, my desire to constantly be thinner. Who cares? This is a shell. All of this is a shell. This is nothing. It's a costume. If everything works and I'm healthy and I feel good, what else matters? The years of my life that I've spent wishing that I had a different body, oh my God, what a waste. I can already picture myself on my deathbed and looking back and wishing I hadn't wasted so much time obsessing over work and obsessing over being thinner. So I try to remind myself of that. At the end of my life, I want to be old and wrinkly, and I want to be able to go, damn, I lived. But what does that mean? What does it mean to live? I don't know. Otto and I have a goal of making $5 million because if we invested a certain way, it would pay us $20,000 a month, which we can very comfortably live off of. That's like the big goal. But what's interesting about that is that the money isn't the ultimate goal. What the money gets us to, that's the goal. We want to have that amount of money because with that money and investing it, we could stop working and live off of that investment. So what that tells me, if I keep peeling back all these layers, is that maybe what I really want is to not be obsessed with work and not live for work, which I am already there. I still love work. I like making money. Work gives me a sense of purpose and satisfaction, so it's not that I hate it. I don't hate working. In fact, in many ways, I enjoy it a lot, and I've always said that. But taking it to the extreme that I have for the last several years, is that what we're here for? To work ourselves to the bone and pay bills and die? I don't think so. This channel used to be all about how to make money freelancing. Most of what I've built in my career has centered around either growing my own agency, I'm a writer, or teaching you how to make money as a freelancer. Then I hit an inflection point. It doesn't make all of that other stuff irrelevant, and I certainly don't regret it, but I'm growing and evolving, and I don't think I care to revolve everything I do around those two things anymore. My own business and teaching you how to grow a business. I can easily teach you how to make money. I have dozens of videos on this channel about that. I still have my program where I'm coaching freelancers. It's not going away, but I encourage you, all of us, to ask ourselves, okay, but why? Money, work, hustling, I hate that word now. These things will not sustain you forever. Money is nice and it makes your life easier, but it's not going to fill any void that you have in your soul. Over my vacation last week, a few really important things stood out to me. The first was that for the first time in a very long time, I wasn't rushing. I moved slowly and intentionally. I noticed all of the little details around me. This doesn't happen in my typical workday. I'm in go mode all day long. I move really quickly because I need to, and my week off wasn't like that. I felt more at peace, I was happier, I was more patient. Oh my God, there's a bug. Sorry. I wasn't as snippy with Otto. When I was tired, I napped. Imagine that. My anxiety wasn't bad. I moved my body more out of enjoyment and not a sense of obligation. I know that not working would probably get old pretty quickly, but still, that week forced me to stop and notice, oh, this is really nice. This is living. Every time I have this conversation with myself, I get annoyed with myself because I feel like I'm overcomplicating something that doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Just live your life. That's all we got to do. But also, just because it's common to work yourself to the bone and chase money and undersleep and have stressful relationships, just because it's common doesn't mean it's okay, and that doesn't mean you have to accept it. When I started recording a different kind of content for this channel, and I'm going back on what I said, and I want to acknowledge that, I said that the old content that I used to create, like stuff about freelancing and about LinkedIn and cold emailing, I said that that wasn't going anywhere, and I changed my mind. I changed my opinion. I said I was going to continue to record that kind of content along with new types of content, and I changed my mind. And I'm sorry that happened. I did not foresee that coming, but the new types of videos I've been sharing lately, I've gotten so much more enjoyment out of them and fulfillment, and they've allowed me to be creative and share myself in new ways, and I'm really, really enjoying it, and I want to see where it goes. I know I'm probably going to lose some of you because of that. I hope I don't, but if I do, I understand. But please know that, I recorded about 300 videos all about freelancing, all about landing clients and making money and setting rates and creating contracts and proposals and how to master LinkedIn from top to bottom and cold emailing and on and on and on and on and on. And all those videos are still there. I'm not taking them down. I still have lots of freebies and guides and products on my website. I'm still online. I'm still here if you have questions. I'm still very active on LinkedIn if you want to talk shop. My course is still here. I'm not shutting that down. I love that community. I love those people and I love my program. But in terms of these videos, which take a lot of time and effort and energy, I don't know if I have anything left to talk about freelancing. I've talked about everything I can think to talk about. And you can continue to use those as a resource and reach out anytime. But yeah, I have hit an inflection point and it's time to change, which is very scary. But my options are to keep forcing something that no longer brings me much joy, or take a chance and try something new. And when I have these existential crises where I question everything, I don't have many answers, but I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to keep forcing something that feels like it should be done. So I don't have a ton of answers about all this, everything I shared. Maybe you do. If you do, God bless you. Put it in the comments. Tell me what the I'm supposed to be doing. I would love to hear your thoughts. I always love hearing from you in the comments. And thus far, the only person I've really talked about this with is Otto, because as all of these words were coming out of my mouth, I was thinking, as I was recording this, Megan, you sound like a lunatic. And I'm not joking when I say this stuff literally keeps me up at night. My mind, I'll be laying in bed, and my mind will be racing, thinking about these things on loop. So it drives me crazy. I can't figure it out. But maybe that's the point. I don't know. So I'm curious what you think. And if you can spare a moment of your day, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. And you are perfect as you are. If you're feeling alone right now, or you're sad or struggling, or you also don't know what the meaning of life is, you're not alone. You always have a friend in me. Even if we've never spoken, even if we'll never meet, I am your friend, okay? And that's all for today. Love you.